In our last video, we reviewed how to use Zearn for instruction. In this video, I'm just going to very quickly and very briefly show you how to interpret reports from your student progress, okay? I'm not going to go into detail in this video. One, because we're just starting with the program and you haven't really even gathered much info on your students. They haven't used the program that much. And then secondly, we'll definitely be able to talk more about this later in our PYP sessions, and we can all kind of get some PD on this part, okay? But basically, you're going to see your main page here whenever you log into your account. We went to the curriculum tab for all of our instructional needs. We're going to come to reports now to interpret what students are doing. Okay. When you click this page, you really just need to look at these 5 tabs here. Okay. Activity tracker, and I don't know why it says kindergarten here, even though I'm a first grade teacher, quote unquote. But once you click this, you'll see that it will take you to the group that you have. Okay, I'm registered under Santa Fe as a first grade teacher. It'll show you the grade level and how many students you have, and it tells you what this tracker does. And use this report to track how many digital activities your students have completed. Okay, and you'll see that no one has completed any digital activities really. All right, but if we then click this tab up here, right, we can move to the other portions of the report section, okay, like the PACE page, all right? And this one gives you a classroom overview of how many lessons your students are completing in Zearn, okay? It shows you the weeks over here. Go back in time or forward in time, but obviously we've just started this, so we can only stay on this page. You can see from August 31st to September 6th, there's pretty much 0 out of 1, which is the amount of weekly lessons completed. Okay, 0 to 1, I'm sorry. So only 1, really. If you scroll down here, you'll get a list of your students, and you'll see that 11 students have yet to join the class, which is fine. They just received their login codes. But of these 3 students, you'll see that 1 actually completed a lesson here. Okay. You can look at the mission and the lesson that he completed, the date and time, and how many minutes he spent on Zearn. Okay, that's just a quick overview. I'm not going to go into much detail, but if you go back up here and move down to progress, right, this gives you an overview of students' progress throughout the entire curriculum. So you can see those students again. You can see the missions that we have here. There's 6 in first grade. You can click on a mission and get details into which lessons the students have completed and how many bonuses they've completed as well. All right. If we go back to our student, who I believe was David, and we click here, we'll see that he already completed a lesson. All right. And again, you'll get the date and time that he completed that lesson as well. Okay. If you move down to tower alerts, okay, this is a view. This is a report that tells you how many students are struggling when it comes to these tower parts of their independent lesson, okay? And it'll give you a breakdown of which students struggled repeatedly on the same concept, and this will give you more insight into where you need to differentiate for that student, okay? If you move down to sprint alerts, it's basically the same concept. If a student is, an alert is triggered if a student gets less than 10 correct in both rounds of a sprint. Okay, so again, you'll get the information here, and then you'll be able to identify that student and identify their needs so that you can differentiate instruction for them as well. Okay, and then the last part here, all student reports, it's just basically your way of choosing the student so that you can get all of their reports in one view. Now, I need to remember which students have already entered into their account, and I believe David was one of them, for example. All right, and here when you go there, you'll see their grade, their group, their last login time, and then you can get an overview, everything that we just looked at, pace and progress, tower alerts, and all activity, right here on one page. Look at the lessons they completed, and it's just a general overview of everything that we just looked at, but for the specific student. All right. I know that was quick, but I want to keep these videos short so that you'll actually watch them. This is just how to look at reports so that you can see which students are active on the platform, and where they are in terms of progress. Okay. Again, once we have some time in our planning sessions, we can look more into interpreting these reports and building strategies for helping students. But this was just a quick overview, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks.